Hello everyone, how are you? Today is November 8th, and we have another VoD review. This one was sent in by a player named Superfly in a beautiful 30 frames per second. I'm just warming you up to it because that's going to be the quality of my stream today, as I'm not a partner on Twitch, unfortunately. Speaking of which, I will be streaming for most of the day, as much of the day as I possibly can, some PTR, some Sombra, and I'm just going to be exploring the hero. So if you want to come and check her out with me, I'm going to leave the link in the description. I'm going to talk a little bit about it later on at the end of the video, but we're going to get into the game. So like I said, this is a VoD review. We're doing Roadhog, obviously, and he has a few questions, and we're going to get into those in a second. But we're going to see that he's going to go up a little bit, take a breather, probably not very necessary because they had healers nearby, but maybe we just wanted to get into the fight as soon as possible. And Roadhog, what does he do? That is mostly Superfly's question. What is his role in the team comp? Where is he supposed to be? What is he supposed to be doing? And this is not it. The hook was fine, but this location is not exactly where Roadhog wants to be. Remember, Roadhog's biggest tool, his signature feature, is his hook, and his hook is super strong. It's only on a 6-second cooldown, so you should pretty much be playing around your hook. And we see that his team got a pick off, so it's 6v5. And at this point, he has this high ground advantage, and he can peek out and get a nice hook from here. However, we jump down. That was not very good, Superfly. This is very dangerous. He winds up living, I think. Yes, he does wind up living, but still, that was very dangerous. If his team wasn't already up and already, going through and pushing into the other team, that wouldn't have worked very well. One of the biggest strengths of Roadhog's hook is its range. You should be sitting in the perimeter at maximum range, and we're going to be seeing that he's going to do this next fight. So he's going to give us our example. See, with just a little poke in there, kill someone, back off. Wait for the hook to come back up. Just kind of stay in the peripheral like an invisible, like a shadow demon or something, lurking in the shadows, waiting to pick people off at any opportune moment. Make the other team terrified. Now this ultimate, not very ideal. We only want to really be ulting when fights are happening, and it's going to lead the other team to do this little counter initiation, but it's okay. We wind up sweeping up anyway and winning the fight. But Roadhog is not a fighter. In fact, he's actually not even that tanky. He's not that durable because a lot of weapons that have spread just destroy him, like Reaper, Tracer, Sombra now. He's such a huge body that it's so easy to do damage with him. Plus his gun kind of sucks, and his movement ability kind of sucks, and he has really no abilities. All he has is hook. So you want to use hook. His hook is like him. You are the hook. He is the hook. Be one with the hook. So you want to stay in the perimeter and just get hooks off. We're going to see that his team is 3 men down, so there isn't much he can do here. He should back off. Remember, you're on a 600 health body. You're a walking ult battery. You need to be very, very careful to not feed yourself. And he does manage to get away. See there, though, he fed 200 health. 200 health just right there, like it was nothing in ultimate. There's another 300 health. 600 health gone, just like that. See, so easy. So with Roadhog, you really need to be sort of a ninja. You need to be more of a ninja than Genji. Genji can just go in and be crazy, right? With Roadhog, you need to be stealthy. You need to be very sneaky, hide behind cover, and really try not to feed, especially, and just get those hooks off. Play 6 seconds to 6 seconds. Every single time that 6 seconds is up, he should be using his hook. And you see that Superfly is not really utilizing his hook too much because he's not putting himself in the position to do so. Like here is a good spot. He can just stand up there and try to get picks, but instead we jump down and we try to go into them. This is not what we want. We want to find that nice perimeter. Actually, let me show you real quick. So here we are. We're on the same map, and we're on Nepal again, and we're playing Roadhog. And so let's say he just stood up here. Now, one of the best roles for Roadhog to think of yourself as, especially in solo queue, is just be a turret. Just be like a monolith of death, basically. So let's say you stand here. I mean, we probably want to be covering ourselves up with the bridge a little bit, but you're around this area. So if we look at our hook's range, it goes to about, if we look here, it goes to about here. And then it curves around like that. So basically what you're doing is it's area denial. You're denying this entire area in here to the enemy, because if anyone walks into this without some sort of serious shielding team backup type of thing, they're dead. And obviously when you're attacking, you can't just stand here because you're coming from some area and you have to walk up, right? But let's say that the fight, let's just have a hypothetical fight that's happening in this area right here. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't come up and be like a Reinhardt or a Zarya or Guerrilla or like any other tank, really, because you're not. You're not functioning like a tank. You want to be staying right in the perimeter. So like I said, if the fight's happening over here, you have to be very intimate with your hook range. And you have to just be sitting here, just waiting death for anyone who kind of crosses into this area. But you always want to be safe. So remember, Roadhog, you don't want to be, it's really easy to feed ult with Roadhog. It's also really to die to like pretty much anything. So you always want to have some sort of fallback. Like here, no problem, we can duck behind here, we can fall back, no problem. So standing up here, for example, would be a good area. Your team can push over here. Also remember, your team's not going to work with you, you have to work for your team. So if your team's pushing that way, you can come up here and just wait. Just be like, all right. And then you can slowly move up, never getting too close. You just want to only use your hook because like I said, your weapon sucks. It's really bad. Like even if you're really close up, it doesn't do too much damage to anyone with a smaller frame. And then let's say you use your hook. Now you just get back. That's it. Like you're done. Just stay it. Oh, well, the hook's back up again. Now come up, use it again. All right, now we're done. We get back. Chill out. Maybe protect your supports if they need protecting. That's a pretty good role for Roadhog while his hook's down. And then when your hook's back up, come and hook again. Just like I said, live 6-second intervals. Basically, that should be your loop as Roadhog. You should have a 6-second timetable that you do things in. In general, obviously you have your ult, you have extenuating circumstances where you're found in close quarters and stuff, but in general, that's the goal, right? That's the goal. We want to be hooking as much as possible. So if we get ourselves back into the game here, we see we're standing here. We throw out a hook, we miss. Okay, it's whatever. Missing is okay, as long as you're throwing them out. So right now we're standing in this area. If you look, you see that the other team is not really here at all. They're in this area. They're in this area back here. You can't really hook people who are there when you're behind this wall. And we're going to see that we have a little bit of trouble actually getting hooks because of this. So we see we're sitting around here a little bit. He does poke his head in real quick, throws a hook out, just barely misses, but that was a good hook. That was a good attempt, rather. That was theoretically a good hook if he just didn't miss mechanically. But now we're going to see he has trouble because he's going to try to hook McCree, can't do it because McCree's not stupid. He ducks behind the wall, and just not enough done, not quickly enough. Now let's look at some alternative positioning. So this hook in here, like we were explaining before, was good. Just he had a minor technical error, he missed, but theoretically it was a good hook. So he could have chilled out here. First of all, much less vulnerable to this poke on the side. Just chilled out here. And then just boop, poked his head out. 6 seconds later, poked his head out. Would have put a lot of pressure on the other team. Alternatively, because he had so much time, and remember, he really liked coming from up here, he could have just walked over here. He had a ton of time. He was wasting a good 20 seconds just chilling out in that bad area. And now he has beautiful hooks. Plus, he can just come into cover here, and it's great. So find these sneaky beaky sort of spots to get your hooks in. You're not a main tank. Because that was one of his main questions, is what's his role? You're not a tank, all right? You're a pick-off hero. That's what you are. You want to use your hook, and your beefy body, if anything, is just a liability. And we see that Superfly, when he does get in there, he has pretty good mechanics. He has good aim, whatever. His hooks are generally okay. And sometimes he even gets into good positions. He has good ideas like this. This is a great idea. This spot up here, beautiful. But he doesn't really commit to it. He gets a little impatient because remember, with Roadhog, you're creating pressure. You have to be patient. Patience is key. And he gets a little impatient. He's like, screw this. Well, he gets the Zarya. That's very good. But in a second, so that was amazing right there. I want to point that out. That was a really good hook because he's in a really good spot just at the edge of his range, hiding out, sneaky beaky like. Exactly like I said before. And you can see how effective it is. But he sort of just abandons it. He's like, screw it. I want to get in here. I want to fight. I want to get messy. So he comes in here, and we see that he starts not really doing much. His hook's off to cool down, but he can't really use it. He's not in a position to do that. He does get the Reinhardt, rather. But, I mean, a Reinhardt, that's not really a good hook. So he just doesn't really do anything. Takes a breather, really for no reason. Don't take a breather when people are healing you actively. That's no bueno. And they do wind up getting the point, but you saw that his first hook he got there on the Zarya was beautiful, amazing, great. But ever since then, he hasn't been so impressive, not really doing too much. It's because he's getting into this close-up position. He doesn't have many very good angles to work with, and at this point, he's really only winning. They're really only winning by virtue of his team. You see, he's not really outputting much damage. In fact, he's taking a lot of damage. He just fed the Reaper like 500 health worth of stuff with an ult charge. He dies there. So overall, Superfly, pretty good at Roadhog, has good mechanics. He knows how to do the hook one-shot thing. I'm not very good at that at all. I'm terrible at that. He also has very good ideas. He says, okay, this is a good position. And it is a good position, like up there on the top right where he was before. That was very good. But then he abandons it too early, like we saw earlier. And this is a pretty good flank as well. We see again. So stick to your gut, Superfly, and take those positions and just stay there. Just be a little bit patient. And don't miss the hook on the tracer, else you're going to die. And don't be afraid of being too aloof, being too like pokey and stuff. Don't be afraid of that, because it's very easy to tone it back. If you find that you just aren't having enough impact because you're not in the fight enough, you can easily just tone it up a little bit more, move up a little bit more, be a little bit more aggressive. But start, like I said, being very patient, just going for the pickoffs, and I think you'll be fine. Unfortunately, they do wind up losing this match by just a sliver, but hey, that's how you get better. So I was talking about earlier, today, November 8th, I'm going to be doing a Sombra PTR stream all day. I'm going to be trying to really explore the hero. I'll obviously be talking about her a lot, my thoughts, and just other PTR stuff in general as well. So it will be on Twitch.tv. So check out the link in the description. Come hang out, ask questions, do whatever. It's going to be my first time on Twitch, my first time doing that sort of stream. I was doing the shows on YouTube before, but those were just sort of like live YouTube videos. So this will be definitely interesting for me, and hopefully for you guys as well. Like I said, the stream is on Twitch. It will be in the description, and I'll be streaming all day pretty much for as long as I possibly can, starting when this video goes up approximately. Anyway, guys, like if you liked it, which I hope you did. As always, leave any questions or comments or anything like that down below. Stay positive and have a great day. Peace out, guys.